The people that suffer are the ones that go from one healing session to another. And what happens is they carry energies coming out of the field into other healing sessions, into other containers, into their homes. And they're basically leaving a trail of destruction and a trail of chaos, unwanted energies everywhere, like a trail of goo through the space. So, the dangers of diving into the quantum field. We see it all the time. People want to get up-leveled and upskilled, learn a bunch of healing tools, and then go out into the world, dive in, careless and carefree, wanting to help humanity, and get themselves in a bundle of mess, chaotic situations. You shouldn't be fearful of this work, but you should be respectful of this work. We've trained thousands of people, 60 plus countries now, all over the planet. And I've seen some extremely good facilitators. You know what sets them apart from the rest? Is they know how to look after themselves. They know how to dust themselves down, clean themselves off, and do a little bit of spiritual hygiene. The people that suffer are the ones that go from one healing session to another, from one retreat to another, and they don't do the inner work. And what happens is they carry energies coming out of the field into other healing sessions, into other containers, into their homes. And they're basically leaving a trail of destruction, a trail of chaos, unwanted energies everywhere, like a trail of goo through the space. If you were a builder and you went to work and you got cement all over your feet, you're not going to track it home in the car and through the house. You're going to take your shoes off. You're going to clean yourself off. You're going to go and have a shower before you have dinner with your family. Why would this be any different? You see, star magic is a completely different level of frequency. And I say this because it's true. I say this because I see this all the time. People coming in to star magic. They want to heal, they want to grow, they want to expand. But what happens is they get exposed to a level of light. A level of light that is so potent and so powerful that it exposes what is inside of them. And the problem is with human beings, they don't want to take responsibility. Most people will point the finger either at the healer, or the container, or the modality, whether it's star magic or some other frequency that people are working with. People are so quick to draw their gun and pull the trigger, instead of looking inside of themselves and thinking maybe this stuff was already there. I just didn't know about it. I remember going back to our very first facilitator training. A beautiful soul, very good friend of mine, came to the training and she left after 2 days. And now I know this lady real well. She was new to healing, but we had a great relationship. And she came to the training, and after 2 days, she came up to me and she said, "Jerry, you're the devil." And she left. Didn't speak to her for almost 5 years. She came back and got in contact with me. And she said, "I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry for the judgment. I'm so sorry for me not looking inside of myself. I saw that my own darkness got exposed, and I just thought that there's no way that this stuff could have been inside of me." You see, people don't realize that we all have dark and light. Everybody has the potential inside of themselves to be benevolent and malevolent. The medicine is the same. You get to choose how you want to use it. The force is the same. You get to choose whether you want to use it for light or you want to use it for dark. Me, I choose the middle road. I choose to alchemize reality. I'm not a light worker. I'm not a dark worker. I'm walking that middle way, because when you walk the middle way, you're in balance. You can't run into the light and neglect the darkness. You can't run into the darkness and neglect the light. You're never going to find your true power and your full potential in either spaces. You got to be an alchemist. You got to be a Jedi. Jedis walk the middle way. The reason we're here on planet Earth is because we know there's so much work to do. We know that it's not all sunshine and rainbows. The reason that we're doing what we do with Star Magic Healing is because we know a team is needed to work those dark platforms, those dark dimensional spaces, and to help souls that are there, to help entities that are there go into healing, merge back with the light. It's all geometry, it's all mathematics. The same pieces of code can create God and the devil. The same pieces of mathematics can create dark and light. It's how you formulate the maths. It's how you play with the numbers. It's how you structure the code. When you get involved in energy work, you've got to ask yourself, is this really what I want to do? Do I want to involve myself in a basic level of healing, like Reiki? And I love Reiki because Reiki has opened the doorway. It's a beautiful modality and a stepping stone for people to get into healing. But once you've been through your Reiki exams and you've become a Reiki master, a Reiki teacher, there's always another level. That's where Star Magic comes in. When you're working in dimensional spaces and you're doing the real work, you're going to come up against certain forces. You're going to engage yourself with certain energies that aren't always pleasant. And when you come out of these healing sessions, you've got to make sure that you're looking after yourself. There's so much subtlety in black magic. There's so much subtlety in these multidimensional playing fields. You always know when dark magic is at work, because dark magic has one aim, and that is isolation and separation. If you're being pulled away, you know that it's dark magic. Whether it's from your wife, your husband, friends, family, businesses, groups of other beings on missions. When you get pulled away, you know that dark magic's at work. When you feel yourself growing and another set of humans not growing, then yeah, it's time to move on, because not everybody can fly at your frequency. Absolutely. But when the work is being done and the souls are dedicated, whether it's your husband, your wife, your children, your family, your friends, your work colleagues, if they're doing the work and they're committed, then ride the wave with them. If you're a Jedi, you ride the wave with them. As long as they're listening, and as long as you're communicating and everything's working fluidly, stick with the plan. If you get involved in healing and you want to do this deep quantum work, you've got to be committed to that plan. Don't come in half-assed. It's like going in to tackle someone in rugby or American football. You go in 70%, you're going to get hurt. You go in 110, you can hit the biggest man on the field, you're not going to feel anything. You're going to enjoy the bruising and anything that results from that tackle. It's going to feel awesome. But you go in with a little bit of fear and a little bit of hesitation, you're going to get smashed. Energy healing's the same. You go in with a little bit of hesitation, you go in unprepared, you go in with an attitude of, I'll give it a go. You shouldn't even be getting involved in the first place. This quantum field is a minefield. It's a beautiful minefield with so many opportunities to grow and evolve and become superhuman, to really understand the playing fields, physical and multidimensional. But if you're going in half-assed, don't expect to come out unscathed. If you really want to go into energy healing and understand the quantum field, you should check out Star Magic Healing. It's powerful. And it's a healing modality for real grid workers, those that want to get involved on the front line and do the work that most people don't want to do. It's the kind of work that most healing modalities don't teach. Most healers sweep under the carpet or turn a blind eye, pretending it doesn't exist, or coming up with some other excuse of why they're not going to work with this human being. It's simple. They're ill-equipped and they're in fear. They don't understand it and they're scared. People shy away, people back away. Jedis knuckle down and work it out. And when you go into a healing session to deal in those darker timelines, you got to be ready. You got to be ready to go all the way, because you don't know how long you're going to be in that healing session for, facilitating that healing. You don't know what you're going to come up against. Entities, contracts, interdimensional beings, high-level interdimensional beings that are very, very clever. You need a certain level of intelligence to do this work. You need a certain level of courage. You need to have your heart open and a level of presence that is second to none. We can show you how to obtain that, but ultimately, you got to walk onto the front line and into the firing line. And it's not for everybody. No, it's not for everybody. Some of these healing sessions that we facilitate, they can be brutal and traumatic. People shaking and moving all over the floor. Demons trying to wriggle out when we're trying to extract them. Or integrate them. One of the two. Because you never know which way it's going to go. We're not just floating around on the surface. Sunshine and rainbows. Playing around at surface level stuff like 95% of healers on planet Earth. And I don't say this because I think we're better than the rest. I say this because I know that we're better trained than the rest. And we've got a different level of frequency and a different level of commitment and a different level of bravery and courage. And when you bring all of this together, you're like a Navy SEAL, not working alone, but with a bunch of other Navy SEALs that have got your back. And when you go into battle, you can rest assured that that man or that woman next to you, left, right, front, behind, they've got your 6, they've got your 3, they've got your 9, they've got you. Because sometimes when you're in the field, you don't see everything on your own. And it may be that you bring something back with you. So you've got a spiritual gangster for a missus, a spiritual gangster for a husband, girlfriend, wife, boyfriend. And they say, hey, you need to take a look inside your head. There's something going on. Go and check it out. There's something in your field. Go and check it out. And you've got to be humble enough to listen. And you've got to know that this human being that you're with is highly trained too, and they know what they're talking about. They're just seeing it from another angle. That's what good teams do. Good teams look after each other and support each other. They love each other and nurture each other and grow each other. And not everybody's fit to work in a team. Some people are selfish, and that's okay. Star Magic is training a team of Jedi Knights, spiritual gangsters, sovereign soldiers that know how to walk into the field as a battalion, as an army, Jedis, and not just take part, but take over and alchemize the situation and bring healing to the planet, to the galaxy, to the universe. This is where it's at, beautiful soul. This is where it's at. My question to you is this: are you ready? Are you ready to step up and enter the front line? Are you ready to step up and dive into those multidimensional playing fields and get dirty? Or do you want an easy life where it's all love and light? I hear this far too often. Why can't it all just be love and light? My girlfriend tells me that it should all just be love and light. She's trained in Reiki. She's trained in quantum healing. She's trained in reconnective healing. It's all sunshine and rainbows and it always feels so good. Yeah, when you're playing around in that surface level shit, it feels good. Yes, it does. But you're not going to create massive, colossal change playing around at the surface level. If you dig for gold, you're not going to get much by the surface. If you want those huge veins of gold, you got to dig deep into the earth. Blood, sweat and tears. You got to be prepared to go the whole hog. Tipping in energy, tipping in money, tipping in time. And eventually, you reap the rewards. Healing's no different when you do it properly. Healing and digging for gold are so similar. Because when you understand healing, you're a good question asker. Because good questions get good answers. When you go into the quantum field, you always experience information. When you ask good questions, that information unfolds and opens up. And you're like an inspector trying to solve a crime. Good questions get good answers. And good answers take you on the path to facilitate incredible, impeccable healing. If you're sensitive and you're looking for the most potent healing modality on planet Earth that's really going to expand you and enable you to really elevate your multidimensional skill set, Star Magic's for you. But understand this. As a sensitive human being, you're going to see things, feel things, know things that no other healing modality will ever show you, ever. I've spoken to so many facilitators, healers. I've worked with many, and I've worked with some great ones, amazing ones, extraordinary ones. I've also worked with ones that think they're at the top of their game. And when you put them to the test, they crumble. They crumble like a boxer getting into a boxing ring and taking the first punch from Mike Tyson. They're like, what the fuck? This ain't for me. Everybody wants to fight until they get punched on the nose. And then they fold, they crumble. Everybody wants to get involved in star magic until they see the levels that we work at and the layers that we dive into. People last 6 months, a year, sometimes 2. If you get to 2 years, you got a good chance of making it all the way. That means you'll have done level 1, level 2, level 3 training. You'll have come and helped out on some group healings, facilitated at our training sessions. You will understand the work and you will have been through the mill. Maybe helping out on one of our deep in space ceremonies where we really get to work. Let me put it this way, beautiful soul. If you buy a house and live in it, is it always going to stay clean? No, you got to dust it down. You've got to dust it down. You might have to dust it once a week, once every few days, once every couple of weeks, but it's going to get dusty. You might be the cleanest vessel on planet Earth, the most incredible healing facilitator in the universe, but I guarantee you, when you go to work properly, bits and pieces are going to come home with you. And anyone that tells you any different is full of shit. Mark my words. You don't have to believe a single word that comes out of my mouth. You don't. Go into your own heart and ask these questions of yourself. This information that I'm sharing, ask, is it true? Only you know the answer. I can't tell you the answer, but good questions get good answers when you listen to your heart. The problem is most people are listening to their head and they think they're getting clear clarity from the universe. Your God spark is in here, not in here. If you want to engage in energy work, if you really want to go the whole 9 yards, really take it to the maximum and beyond, do your homework, upskill yourself, join forces with a badass team of Jedis that truly understand the field. And I guarantee you won't go wrong. When the student's ready, the teacher will appear. Happened for me in my life, it will happen in yours. But remember, you're not going to get a teacher. You're going to get a friend, brother, a sister, a comrade, an ally, everything rolled into one. And they're not going to be on a pedestal. They're going to see you as an equal and love the fuck out of you for who you are and help you get to where you want to be, because they will see themselves in you. Because we've all been there at one point in time. I love you so much, beautiful soul. We run online trainings, in-person trainings all over planet Earth. Check out starmagichealing.org. Go and check it out. See our level 1 training, get involved, and I'll see you on the inside. Maybe we'll work together one day, traveling the world like galactic ninja assassins, working on the front line, helping humanity evolve and returning Earth to a former glory. It's beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Remember to check out our website, starmagichealing.org, and check out Infinity once you're there, as well as the training. We've got hundreds of guided meditations, light language transmissions, cosmic yoga videos, nutrition, breath work, mystery school teachings on a variety of different subjects so you can upskill, up-level, and raise your frequency. We've got private groups so you can connect with beautiful souls just like you on this same ascension mission. Love yourself. Put yourself first. Fill up your teacup and give from your saucer. But if your saucer gets dirty, empty yourself out and refill yourself up. That's what Jedis do, man. That's what Jedis do. I'll see you soon. One love, one heart, one human family. Peace out, beautiful soul.